Okay, well, first of all, it's not from eternity. In the very same book of Micah at the end, you have from ancient days. So modern translations get that right. The Messiah is to be born in Bethlehem. Goings forth is a birth word. Yatsah in Hebrew means to go forth, means to be born. So the details of his birth are from ancient times, from the times of David, if you like, from ancient times, nothing to do with eternity there. I think it's at the end of chapter 7, you have the same Hebrew expression meaning ancient times, promises of old. So again, they're infatuated, many people are, with the idea that Jesus has to be a second God. Don't need that there. Even the big Bible dictionaries, which are very useful if you can own the Hastings Bible Dictionary or the Dictionary of Christ and the Gospels or the Dictionary of the Apostolic Church. These are funds of good information. And they say there's no proof of the Trinity. The Trinity is not something you do in the Old Testament at all. Good scholars don't attempt that. I won't talk about the bad scholars who do, but good scholars know that it's completely anachronistic to talk about a Trinity in the Old Testament. There's no pre-existing eternal Son there. The details of his birth are from ancient times, something like that. Many Trinitarians would support our view there, by the way. That's not something wild and wacko by any means. Kedem, from days of old. Kedem is of old. It's the same thing, of old. It's nothing to do with eternity. And the Yatsah word is mitzotav, his goings forth. The 4163 number on your left. Umotzaotav, goings forth. The root word of that complicated looking Hebrew word is Yatsah, to go forth, which is a birth word. The details of his going forth in birth are from ancient days. Of course, it's the ancient promise of the Messiah. 5:4, he will stand and shepherd his flock. The Messiah will, in the strength of the Lord and the majesty of the name of the Lord his God. It's fantastically good. Brilliant. Of course, Yahweh is his God. Even in the book of Revelation, Jesus refers to the Father as his God. If you can keep people away from the church fathers who really took us for a ride, they reinterpreted, that's too polite a word, they reconstructed the entire Bible and its main points in terms of Greek philosophy. You don't want to do that. That's another language. Leave the Bible alone, the simple Hebraic realism of the words. One God, one Messiah who is a human being must be a human being to qualify, must be the lineal biological descendant of David, which he is through Mary, bloodline through Mary, through the line from Nathan, as in Luke's gospel. Almost certainly, I wouldn't stake my life on this, almost certainly Mary and Joseph were first cousins with a common grandfather, Matat in one line, Matan, probably the same one. For that, you need to read the Genealogies of Jesus Christ by Lord Harvey, titled Nobility in England. Lord Harvey was a clergyman. And he gives us, I think, a very reasonable explanation there, that the line from Solomon expired in Jehoiakim. We'll find that. None of his seed, none of his dynasty can sit on the throne of David. So what they did was to borrow somebody from the Nathan line, also being a son of David. That's in Luke's gospel. You'll find that a successor is found for Jehoiakim, but not his lineal descendant. And these are not boring arguments for us to quibble over. We're talking about the whole of the Muslim world, which stands aghast at our Trinitarianism. And the Jews, of course, are offended by this too. So these are huge, huge issues in terms of the harmony and the unity of mankind, agreeing, as ultimately the world will, that God is one single person.